Okay, so to get us started, we wanted to first ensure that everybody has a little bit of understanding about what capacity is. We understand some folks here will have a little bit more experience than others. We want to make sure everyone that's a part of the conversation at least has a starting ground to understand what we're working on today. So, if you think for just a moment about when you buy an airline ticket, the total cost of that ticket usually includes a whole bunch of different line items like seat selection, boarding zone fees, bag checks, taxes, etc. Capacity is one of those line items that together comprise your electricity costs as a business owner. When those line items are all bundled together, we say those are prices are fixed. When those line items show up separately on your bills, most of the time that means that those are passed through. That's what we call that. Every energy buyer is paying for all of these various line items either way, but the simplicity of bundling them together or fixing them is often appealing for many buyers. One thing to keep in mind is that capacity is a line item that you see on your supply bill, not on your delivery bill from your utility. The purpose of capacity is that it creates a mechanism to pay electricity generators for their ability to produce power. We don't always need all of our generating units to be running online. This mechanism pays for some of them to be available on standby in case, or actually when, they're needed. The cost of capacity, very simply stated, is price times quantity times some corrective factors which fluctuate. Capacity is what we would call a demand charge, which means the cost is determined by your usage during summer heat waves, not by your usage all year round. The price component of this equation is determined by an auction that's run ahead of time. That auction is what just cleared very high recently and why we're having this conversation today. So, going back to our poll results we just talked about a moment ago, for those of you on buying your energy on a fixed price program, you may think that you're hedged against a cost increase since your contract is indeed fixed. But more than likely, you're not as protected as you might expect. And that's one of the reasons we wanted to be able to talk to people today about this. These changes that are driving these particular capacity rate impacts can be passed through most of the time based on the change in law language within your energy supply contract. We're going to come back to some more specifics on that later on in the conversation.